Hey, how's it going? This is an update to the paint pots tray. Was it portable paint pots tray? Wow, it's a mouthful. And what I did was I decorated the top. Well, I covered the top. I didn't really, I guess you want to call it decorating, you can. And I decorated the inside of the trays here. I also cut out more. I think it was this one. This one's like way too much there. Just a minute. Okay, so I put the liner in here, and I figured out a very good use for I don't know what I was gonna say there. I figured out how to put this in here. This part right here is this. As you can see, there is no second layer, no bottom layer to this. So I figured out a way to remove the liner, that bottom layer. This is kind of off-white. As a matter of fact, it is this. It looks like this. This is the bottom layer of this. And I thought, and this is useful too because it's non-slip. So you're technically getting 2 non-slip liners for the price of 1 roll of this magic cover. I think it's called magic cover. And also I cut out one of these center ones. I cut out a little bit more on this side so that there wasn't so much of a gap between these two. And remember, there was more of a gap there. So I thought, oh, that was really bugging me. So I had to take that. I had to do some type of trimming. So this part right here, getting back, I'm sorry, off track and everything. It's so much easier to put in there. And I used the glue that I used, which maybe is sticking, maybe I missed a spot or something. Feels kind of loose there. It was Aleene's turbo glue and just this one thin layer. So I also found a very good use for the Papermate Pink Pearl erasers, since these don't really do an excellent job of removing pencil from paper. They do a job. They do erase most of it, but it leaves, I guess it's ghosting. I guess it's called ghosting or something. It leaves that other pencil stuff behind, whereas the black erasers and even my purple eraser that I have it right here. This one removes all of the pencil from the paper. This one doesn't. I don't know why this one doesn't. So maybe that's why they're selling them in boxes of 12 to try and get rid of them. I don't know. So I figured out I can remove the second liner with this eraser. Well, with any eraser really, but since these don't really do the job that I need them to do with pencils, I thought I'm not going to throw them away because I could probably make stamps out of these. That's another idea, right? Okay, so I'm just going to cut a little one here. Let me get my Fiskars scissors, and I'm going to show you. Do I have to cover anything? Maybe I can cover. Also, I can tell you that not like this one. This is coming up again, and I glued this with Scotch Create glue, the glue pen. It is not, and there's masking tape down here too. I lined all the insides here with masking tape, little strips of masking tape, because I thought, well, maybe the glue will stick to the masking tape, and this one just seems to be coming up. Maybe I missed this one. Maybe I didn't add the glue to it. I don't know. Maybe Fabrifix will work. I'll have to try that, because I do have a bottle of Fabrifix. I'm just afraid to use it because it's toxic. I don't know, my crazy thinking sometimes. I see I forgot to put a Band-Aid on my on the boo-boo on my left hand. Okay, so let me just, I'm gonna cut this one in half so there's not a whole lot to pull off. But as you can see, this one, when I pulled this one off, I used the first layer for this to cover this right here. And this was, I used the tape, I think. Man, that's what I get for doing it off video. Also, like 2 weeks ago. Who remembers that? You remember that? The process, I know. Write it down. Okay, so what you do is you take, I'm going to come in a lot, a little, or whatever. You only have to ruin just a little bit of the corner here, right? And you can see it. That's why, right? Let's see how it's, whoa, too far. I'm zoomed in. Okay, and then you just kind of peel it away a little bit. It might need a little more, but this is the string from the liner. So let me see. So when I was, where was it? Was it here? When I was putting this thing together, zoomed in. It's just a reminder to Tammy that she zoomed in. Okay, when I was erasing, oh, I know, before I put the bottom portion on here, when this was upside down, when this liner was upside down, I was drawing X's, and I had to erase the X's and re-put the X's. Like redraw them, I guess is the word. Look at that. Easy peasy. And I thought, oh man, that's a game changer for me, because now I can cover this, not this one, this side. And maybe I can, if I cut these long enough, obviously this is not long enough, maybe I can line the little tray here. The problem with things sticking is things sticking to the polyethylene foam. That's what this foam is called. I mentioned that in a caption when I did the tray video. And I went on to Amazon because I thought, I wonder if I can get more of this, not this, but more of the polyethylene foam in white. And I'm telling you, I'm having a lot of difficulty finding white, like even just 1/8 of an inch, you know, the layer, this is set up in layers, so even just that. But there's a lot of black polyethylene foam out there, a lot. And you probably know this kind of foam not just from cushions in packages like that have for products that are more fragile than others, but you probably also know that, oh, I'm gonna show you. This is the cover for my my field monitor when I'm not doing a video, and this is polyethylene foam. It comes in pouches. You can buy a boatload of these pouches on Amazon, the polyethylene pouches. And they are very smooth, maybe stress relieving. I don't know. So that's what I wanted to tell you about this. I'm thinking about painting these, or I'm not sure if the color will show through or mess with if I have to mix the paint or something. But if usually with these, these make a good mixing area for acrylic paints. And acrylic paints are, what is that thing? Acrylic paints are much thicker. They're more opaque and they're thicker than watercolors, for example. But our gouache paints might work as well. Oh, gosh, this one's giving me a lot of trouble. So that I mean, the color on the bottom might not make a difference. Maybe I could, like, that would be a bit too much, right? That would be overdoing it with this design, I think. Also, so when I tore the liner, or was able to remove the liner, and I also showed that I painted, you know, the reason I bought this particular design, which I can't find anymore. It's nowhere around. Maybe I'll check Dollar General might have it. I don't know. They might have it in stock. And I said I painted this with the acrylic, the Sharpie. Wow, I think that's is that a spoonerism? One type of spoonerism. The Sharpie acrylic paint brushes, I painted that. But the problem I was having is, because they are acrylic paints and they are so opaque, that they covered up all of the black, you know, all of that black here, the shading and the lines and everything. So as you can see here, this flower looks like it has some beard stubble. But even on the leaves, you can see the black there. So the black pen I used to recreate the black lines and shading underneath here, that was the Copic micro liner pens. Oh, very, very good. I highly recommend those. So they did a great job. And I took a bunch of pictures. Like I opened this up and I took pictures of these flowers so that I could have a reference to how the black is on here. So I can maybe, or they'll just be more unique than what the pictures actually show. I don't know. So from this, right, to this now, and then this one, we just have a little bit of scraggliness going on, and you can that can be cut off. So if you do try this, get a piece that's longer and wider than what you need it for, so that you can cut off that scraggly part. And I'll probably use this, you know, you never know. I never know. I save everything. So it's like all this is very good. And as far as any kind of glue or tape sticking to polyethylene foam, I still haven't tried Fabrifix, so that might be the ticket. I don't know. And this is taped on to this. I wanted to see if it would stay, and it's been on there for at least a week, if not more, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, and it's staying on there. It's not coming off at all. This is on my Ideas for Art and Crafts book. This is, I don't know how much I've used it. So that is great too. This possibly sticks better because it's thinner. And so I probably did put tape and then I cut it. Yeah, I think that's what I did, because one of the captions I had in here was, I don't know what, I made a comment like, oh, this is coming up again. These little triangles are coming up again, and maybe I could glue them down better. And then I think in a caption I wrote, or cut them off entirely. And that is the reason I said that or wrote that, is because I had already removed those those triangles. So this tells me that I put it down, put this layer down with tape, the double-sided tape, which is this one right here, and then I cut the X's and put the triangles down, and then I glued the triangles down with the Scotch Create glue. And all of them except for that one, I don't know which one is it? Is it this one or this one? I don't know which one it is. But if it comes back up again, I'll try the turbo glue, because that does seem to be working here. This was tricky too, putting this in, but it works, and I like that it's in there. Awesome. So that's all I have to tell you today. It's a very short video-ish, a shortish video, and I gotta go back to grading. So please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a creative day. Bye.